Recently, I saw an ad for Amazon Fresh, and I'm sure you've seen it too. How could you not? They are literally everywhere. And it looked kind of fun, modern, it looked super easy. It also didn't look like there was anybody for miles. It looked empty except for the products and the services, or the products in the shelves. And it got me thinking, is this the future of retail? And on one hand, it's an interesting concept. It's kind of interesting. I kind of find it fascinating. But on the other side, not so much. And you know me, I've got thoughts on it. I always have thoughts on something. So let's get into it. There's a lot to talk about here, a lot to unpack, a lot of what this could impact upon small home and solopreneur businesses. But let's do the opener and then we'll get into it in a little bit more detail after this. Hey there, welcome back. I'm E.H. Howard, and this is the Small Business Show. And we've been off for a while. We've taken care of some personal things. I had some friends in from out of town. Kind of enjoying life for a change, and I highly recommend it if you haven't. Just so we're on the same page, just want to make sure that we're all on the same page. I usually do this at the beginning of every show. Is when I talk about small businesses, I'm talking about small home solopreneur, entrepreneur, freelancers, consultants, contractors, small businesses that have maybe less than 10 employees, real mom and pop Main Street kinds of businesses, not bigger businesses that have, a couple hundred employees. Specifically the type of American business that Main Street used to be. All right. And so when I say small business, that's what I mean, because it's kind of a mouthful to say anything else. All right. So, all right. So as I was saying, and I've been into one of the Amazon Freshes, and it's a very interesting experience. And you've seen ads for it everywhere. There may be some in your area. It's kind of an interesting concept. It kind of makes sense for Amazon. They are all about automation to start with. And it does exactly what big business wants it to do. It does exactly what they have trained the consumer to do, to give you something fast, easy, and conveniently. I mean, that's the Amazon way, right? That's their business model. And you bop into the store, you throw something into a cart, you walk back out, and it just honestly doesn't get any easier than that, right? It's an entire store built around the idea of self-checkout. That's got to be their model, right? I mean, imagine that. Imagine how much fun it is to go to a self-checkout. That's a joy sometimes, right? Depending on where you're going and what you're doing. And sure, I get it. Sometimes I want to bop in and bop out. I'm coming in after work. I don't really have time to stand in the line. I don't really have time to be, dealing with all of the other things that are going on in the store. I want to get what I want, and I want to get out, and I want to get home because it's been a long day. It's the dream come true for a busy person, all right? It's a dream. But what you don't see a lot of is selection or employees or any form of assistance should something go wrong. If you can't find something, if they're out of something, what do you do? Where do you ask? Maybe there's one person there to help you, but if it's a busy store, if it's a busy location, and again, we're talking about potentially the future of retail, if it's pretty busy in there and there's one person helping you, it can be a nightmare. Just if you live in California, think about those automated car washes that we have now, where there is simply one person standing at the front of the line doing what literally 30 people used to do. All right. And it gets crazy and busy and they're pulled in different directions. They are not going to have a lot of time to help you. Now, I can see the appeal of Amazon Fresh. Some of the decisions have been made for you. It's an experience for busy people. If you live in a big city, bam, you can pop in and pop out. It's perfect. I get it. But there are those consumers who are going to want more. There are those consumers who want to have more choices, that want to talk to people, who want to feel like they are being listened to, respected, understood, and that they are being appreciated. Consumers can get salty and they can turn into some carols and chats pretty quickly. And the reason for that is when the experience that they are getting does not match up with what they were expecting to get. Okay, that's the cornerstone of everything that I talk about. And typically these expectations, when you break them down into their basic core forms, it is about the consumer wanting to be respected, appreciated, and understood. Any kind of conflict between somebody in a business and a consumer conflict will always, if you dig down deep into it, it will always be about they weren't listening to me, they didn't understand what I was saying, I felt disrespected, they didn't appreciate me as a consumer, which is why Carol and Chad immediately go to, you've lost a customer, because they're trying to tell you they are not being appreciated, they are not being understood. Carol's and Chad's are a whole different story. There's a whole separate video on that. Don't worry about them. Their frustration comes from that, but they also have been trained that wherever they go, wherever they want, however they want it, if they go into a store and it's not what they want, they can yell and scream. They can get what they want. And that means problems for everybody. That means angry consumers, frustrated consumers, because the big business experience and the small business experience will never align. They're not mutually exclusive, but you're going to have to give some give and take here, all right? And consumers nowadays, they have been trained to want it all. Big business has taught them that they can have it all. So what do we do? All right, what do we do? More than ever, you need to be clear on who your business is for and who it's ideal for. You stand for something. You have a specific way of doing things. We need to really tighten up that messaging. We really need to make sure that we are speaking to the people and the consumers who will appreciate and understand that. We've got to be clear on what we say and who we say it to. We got to stop thinking about everybody, all right? Everybody is not an option for a small home or solopreneur business. It is only an option for big business. You have a core consumer that you need to focus on. You need to show your consumers that you are the alternative to that big business experience. If they want to feel respected, appreciated, and understood, then come to me. Now, it might take a little bit longer and you might pay slightly more, but you're getting so much back in return. You're feeling like you're being treated decently. You're feeling like it's the 1970s again, and you're getting that customer service that you need and you want, all right? Now, that means you're gonna need to embrace a new way of thinking. We gotta get away from that everyone. Everyone always says that, and everyone never gets you where you need to go. You need to double down and focus on what will get you the greatest return. Your current consumers, right? I mean, it just makes sense. We need to stop with all the waste. We're squandering our resources on people who could care less about us. We got to stop convincing strangers to like us and to buy from us. And we've got to stop chasing our tails. We're just running around in circles with our sales and marketing at the moment. We're not getting anywhere. We need to show the love, appreciation, and understanding to the consumers we have. They've been there for us, and now it's time for us to be there for you. Because we're not going to stop Amazon Fresh. They're coming, right? And then, as I said, I'm pretty sure that is going to be the future of retail, which means that we are going to have a lot of people that are looking to have that personal human connection. We also know that we run in a different lane. We're looking for different consumers, different people who want different experiences. Amazon Fresh isn't a threat to us. It should be a motivating factor to get us to move forward, to be a better business tomorrow than we are today. I see those as a challenge. I see those as a way to get to the consumers that I need to and want to, because what I'm saying will resonate with them now. Because what other option do they have? Amazon Fresh? All right, thank you for joining me today. This has been the Small Business Show. And if you want to learn the skills on how to engage and motivate your consumers, bop on over to Patreon. Over there, you will learn how to sell and market like a pro. You're going to learn how to connect with consumers who are ideal and right for you. You will learn how to sell like you've never sold before. You're going to be able to learn how to use what you have, what little you have, more effectively and better. If you want to learn more about me, visit ehhoward.com 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I'm there all the time. We're never closed. And while you're here, check out some of my other videos. They're all designed to help small businesses be the business they can and should be. All right, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.